Hey everybody, Corky here. Alabama, no banjo on the knee. Your friendly neighborhood hippie guitar player. Um, today we'll talk. Today we'll talk about picking. If I can do it right. There you go. Got to hit those harmonics just right, you know. I want to talk about picking a little bit. Um, this is a thumb pick, and I'm really kind of wrestling these days. I mean, I'm 70 years old. I shouldn't be wrestling with anything, but I am going back and forth on whether to start using a thumb pick all the time. I've spoken previous videos about this, that so many of my heroes say that they use only this all the time. Now, I knew that Chet Atkins did because of Merle Travis, you know. I knew that he did because, you know, I was sat close to him and watched him play. And I didn't realize that Doc Watson used one so much, although he flat picks also, or hybrid. Just a lot. Johnny Winter, just this. I believe Danny Gatton, just this. A lot of them, Tommy Emmanuel, certified guitar players, this. And the reason they do that is a lot of their playing is you know, alternate bass. You know, so, you know, if you're going to be doing the boom chick, if you play like Mississippi John Hurt style with just your fingers, right, and that would be on acoustic mainly, you know, you'd be doing things like. And I've been doing that for a few years, just using my fingers, you know, doing finger style playing. The few number of Chet Atkins songs that I do perform live, I find that having a thumb pick is helpful. Like I do Bandera, which is a pretty rare Chet song. So you notice that if I just use my fingers, it's easy enough for on my attack to do those double stops, you know, with two fingers. So what this is doing is it's it ends up a lot of times not just accenting the tonic note in a, say, a walking bass line or alternating bass line, but it'll actually emphasize the four or the thirds if I'm doing double stops, and that gets people's attention in a special way. Where I break down with this thumb pick is when I go to doing a single line solo. Now, if you're going to be a solo guitar player and you're not going to have bass and drums and a rhythm guitar player, uh, you know, flat picking is going to be your best option because you're going to be able to do all those sweeping things that you can't do with this. But if you're doing finger style like Chet Atkins or Jerry Reed, all of that stuff where it's finger style going, a lot of rolls and things, this is going to emphasize in a way that you need it to. When Chet would go into a single line solo, then I would kind of lose him out. I would lose out with him because a lot of Chet's single line solos to me sound, like easy listening. I don't like the way it sounds. I mean, they're beautiful enough melodies, but when you're just picking with this, it's like, he used very little bends, didn't bend a lot. Chet didn't do a lot of bends. And his luthier, his personal luthier, who worked on my guitars in East Tennessee, when he would work on my Strat, he would say, "You young boys, y'all just bend those strings all the way to Christmas." And, because in that world, that Chet Atkins world, so, my favorite guitar players, which are Eric Clapton, Carlos Santana, Jimi Hendrix, and Chet Atkins. So Chet uses a thumb pick, but my other favorites, they are flat pickers. Now it's a different world. Not talking about bluegrass. We could be talking about bluegrass, but I'm talking about, and I'm wearing a electric today. Now sometimes I'm doing hybrid style, which means I'm going to be using these other fingers. But for just, the voicing of technique, not for carrying a song, chords and melody at the same time, which is a Chet thing, and that's really thumb picking business and those kind of things. For me, flat picking, a lot of times it's to each his own, 6 of one, half dozen of the other. But that is where I see that the change is in single line solos. Because as I said before, that's everything Chet did. And I don't know why how Johnny Winter, for example, using a thumb pick, is getting his single line solos to sound the way they do. Because I can't do it. Maybe it's a century thing. Now for harmonics, if you're going to use harmonics in your song, like Mr. Sandman, I'm missing it. Let's see. And he did this really fast. But having that pick for that, and those of you that are not familiar with that harmonic, what you have to do, you chord what you're going to play down here. You got to go exactly 12 frets up, an octave up. You're going to press down on the fret closest to the pickups, and you're going to pick behind it as you gently touch a harmonic. Yeah, I'm not really good at it, but I mean, we all know about these, and even that one. But if you're going to use those kind of harmonics, I think I can do it pretty good with the flat pick. That'd be the way that Phil Keaggy would do it, is he would have his pick, and these fingers here go up and make the 12th fret thing, and then pick behind it. I know you can't see that very good. So you can do those, but they tend to be more clearer when you're using a thumb pick. So for sure, if you're going to be doing Travis picking, galloping guitar type thing, and you're going to be also playing out a melody, that type thing. Thumb pick's going to work very well. I don't know about Dwayne Eddy. I don't know about the Ventures. I'm not sure about Hank Marvin. But blues playing is typically flat picking, So those are some thoughts on flat picking and thumb picking from your friendly neighborhood hippie guitar player. Have a good one.